opens up right there. There we go. And there we go. All right. So we should be able to close the exit.
I see it. Let me. You want the minus, right?
Yeah, I guess. That just lowers it though. I really don't want the lower. I want to close it. It doesn't. It doesn't come over here. Click out. Will it X out? Yeah. We don't need it anymore, really, right now.
Why is this a...
Wait. Where'd the score button go? Where's the dadgum mouse? There it is. Okay. It just closed by itself. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, you want to go ahead and click the transition for the loop video? Good evening. It is game day in Arlington, Texas, and Zap has the action you're looking for. Broadcasting live, it's Texas High School Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing. The pregame show is coming up right after this.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Welcome, fans, to Sam Houston Ball Field in the east side of Arlington for tonight's revisited ball game that was canceled last night due to lightning in the area between the Sam Houston Texans, the home team, and your Arlington Colts. Fans, the pregame show tonight is presented by Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services, Inc., a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business's needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. Fans, we want to welcome you to this Chapman Cornelius pregame show and remind you a little bit of the past history recently here. Arlington comes into this game at 7 wins and 10 losses overall and 2-2 in district play. They did suffer a setback at home against the favored South Grand Prairie Warriors, a team that's 12-5. Matthew Wynn had a 2-run double and Danny Bustamante had some solid contact at the plate, but it was not enough to keep up with the Warriors at Colt Field. Bustamante's hot bat continued on Friday in the rubber match, though, and he hit his first home run of the season, and I got to be on the call for that one as it went over, sailing over the left field fence, en route to a 10-5 Arlington win. Abe Alvarado picked up the win, and Mason Hensley got a 3-inning saved in relief. It's Arlington's third straight win at South Grand Prairie's Warrior Field. So the competition tonight, when you look at the district action, there are no more undefeated teams in 8-6A, thanks largely in part to the effort of these two teams playing. Arlington defeated South Grand Prairie and sent the Warriors to 3-1 in district, while Sam Houston, who is 4-12 overall and 1-3 in district play, defeated their rival Bowie on Friday night to send the Volunteers to 3-1 as well. The other 3-1 team in the district is Lamar after their loss to Haltom. Mark Ramos for the Texans shut down and shut out the Bowie offense, getting the shutout win 7-0. Sam Houston was able to take advantage of Bowie's fielding errors and turn a tight 2-0 game after 5 innings into 5 more runs down the stretch. The Texans have already matched their win total for last season and have experienced roster of 8 returners playing for them this season. Arlington swept the series versus Sam Houston last year. However, both games were 4-0 finals. Game 1 is at Sam Houston tonight, Wednesday night, and future Colts night will be held at home at Colt Field this Friday night. So a little more about your Colts. Defense is the name of the game this season, and they are anchored by 2 all-district honorees who were known for their defense in '24. District Defensive Player of the Year, Jeremiah Taylor, returns to lead the defense, and he will have help from first-team all-district shortstop Mason Hensley. Junior Danny Bustamante returns to help lock the middle of the infield, but he has already thrown a 6-inning perfect game as well during this season against Haltom. Junior Abe Alvarado has earned a starting pitching role as well, when he's not holding down the hot corner at third base. So we are glad to be here. The Texans are taking the field. The umpires are on the ball field, and let's review for you the starting lineup for your Colts here this evening. Leading off at bat, number 4, Danny Bustamante, who will be pitching tonight. Batting second, number 10, Mason Hensley, the shortstop. Batting third, number 25, Matthew Wynn, the first baseman. Batting fourth, number 18, London Prater, the right fielder tonight. Batting fifth, number 20, Abe Alvarado, playing third base. Batting sixth tonight, number 23, Jeremiah Taylor, the catcher. Batting seventh, number 2, Gannon Howard, the center fielder for the Colts. Batting eighth, number 24, Hayden White, second baseman. And batting ninth, number 17, Sam Harper, the left fielder for the Colts. Let's go quickly around the defensive position for Sam Houston. At first base, Eduardo Lagunas. Second base, Marco Lopez. Third base, Angel Estrada. Shortstop, Mark Ramos. Left field, Daniel Garcia. Center field, Noel Lopez. Right field, Adriel Estrada. And the battery for the Texans tonight, the catcher, Angel Salgado. And on the mound, Sebastian De La Rosa. Mom, we got to see Sebastian De La Rosa play some for when we called the game of Sam versus Bowie, and I was really pretty impressed with De La Rosa's game that night. Sam came up short 6-3, but looked really good.
Now batting, number 4, the pitcher.
Talking to Zach about it. You're going to have to fly solo.
All right, Danny Bustamante steps into the batter's box for the Colts, and we're ready to go. It's baseball time in Texas. De La Rosa's first pitch is a called strike one by the home plate umpire. Having a little trouble with our score bug right now. Patsy's working to restore functionality, but I'll keep up with it for you verbally. The 0-1 pitch from De La Rosa. Swung on and hit to shortstop. Ramos is able to make the play, throw across the diamond, and get the out. So that's a 6-3 put out. Ramos to Lagunas, and there's one away.
Number 10, Mason Hensley.
That'll bring up the second batter of the inning, Mason Hensley, the shortstop tonight. Matthew Wynn is on deck for the Colts. So one out here in the inning as Busta trots back behind. You can see, hopefully you can see this on the video. And De La Rosa's first pitch to Hensley, swung on and chopped foul over to the third base side, strike one. Nice pretty day here, unlike what we had last night. De La Rosa's 0-1 pitch, swung on and hit in the gap between third base and short, right in between Estrada and Ramos for a clean base hit for Hensley. So the Colts with one out and one runner on at first base in Hensley, and that'll bring up Matthew Wynn, first baseman for the Colts this evening. Got a little breeze blowing in from left field tonight, blowing into our faces. Not the gale force winds we had when we were here a week ago. De La Rosa's first pitch to Wynn is swung on and hit to left field. Is it going to drop fair? It is a foul ball. It was down the line, and the fence occluded our vision of the left field line down a ways, and so that's just a long strike on Matthew Wynn. De La Rosa gets set, takes a look at Hensley over at first, and comes home with it. Low and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Matthew Wynn. De La Rosa comes set, takes a look at first base, and comes home. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. Looks like that curveball broke off just a little bit too early. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike count on Matthew Wynn. Hensley getting a good lead over at first base with Lagunas holding him tight. The pitch home from the left-handed hitter is chopped over De La Rosa's head. Steps on second base for 1 out. The turn to first, and they turn the double play. 6-4-3 put out ends the inning for the Colts, with Hensley being forced at second and Matthew Wynn forced at first for the third out of the inning. 6-4-3 is the put out. We'll take a little break here in between innings. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Taqueria Taco Express is your one-stop shop for all things authentic Mexican in Arlington and Grand Prairie. And this fall, you'll now have 4 stops to choose from. Visit the new location off 20 and Little Road or any of their 3 original locations and try their $10 Taco Tuesday. It includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca. They also feature new birria items plus tortas, gorditas, and more. Find out just how much more by visiting TaqueriaTacoExpress.com.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. We're still working on the score bug in between innings. Sam Houston with a nicely turned double play on the ball hit by Matthew Wynn ended the inning with Mason Hensley stranded at first to second base. And that'll bring up the Texans in the bottom of the first inning. The Texans lineup, number 1 hitter, Sebastian De La Rosa, their pitcher. Number 2 batter, number 15, Angel Estrada, their third baseman. Number 3 hole hitter, number 12, Mark Ramos, the shortstop. 4 hole hitter, number 7, Daniel Garcia, the left fielder. 5th hole hitter, number 13, Eduardo Laguna, the first baseman. 6th hole hitter, number 14, Angel Salgado, the catcher. 7th batter, number 6, Marcos Lopez, playing second base. 8 hole hitter, number 4, Noel Lopez, playing center field. And the 9 hole hitter, number 2, Adriel Estrada, the right fielder for the Texans. Umpires are getting ready for this first batter. The Colts kind of head to the middle of the field after the warm-up plays and getting ready to pitch to De La Rosa. The left-handed pitcher for Sam Houston is also going to bat left-handed out of that right side batter's box. It'll be De La Rosa leading off, Estrada on deck, Ramos in the hole for the Texans. Colts went scoreless in their half of the first inning, and this will be the first time that the Texans are up to bat. Danny Bustamante on the mound for the Colts. Jeremiah Taylor behind the plate. We'll run through the rest of the positions here in just a second. First pitch is a called strike 1. Matthew Wynn at first base, Hayden White at second, Abe Alvarado at third, Mason Hensley at short, Sam Harper left field, Gannon Howard center. That pitch is hit to third base to Abe Alvarado, throws across the diamond for the out. And to round it out, London Prater playing right field for the Colts tonight. So Abe Alvarado makes the play on that for the 5-3 put out at first base, and that'll bring up Angel Estrada. Estrada holding down the hot corner for the Texans this afternoon. This game time was moved up. There's a varsity game that's being replayed from the rainout yesterday here at 5 o'clock, and then the JV is going to play right after this. First pitch from Danny Bustamante to Estrada is a swinging strike 1. Busta's next delivery, the 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled to the right side over the first base dugout. No balls, 2 strikes on the second batter of the inning, Angel Estrada. Bustamonte's 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and hit to Hensley at short. Fields it cleanly, throws across the field to win. That's the second out of the inning. That's a 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up shortstop Mark Ramos. We do have the score bug fixed. It's in a different place than what it usually is, but we can work with that. It's up in the sky where it won't interfere with any of the players on the field. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on base. Bustamonte's first pitch is swung on and hit down the first base line, fielded there by Coach Austin Tegler. I know some of these coaches at Sam. I know some of these boys because I actually work on the Sam Houston staff, Mom. We got a lot of connections to Sam Houston. I graduated from Arlington High, but I work here. Busta's 0-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped out to, going to be fielded by Abe Alvarado, thrown across the diamond, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Bustamonte on the 5-3 putout. No runs, no hits in the inning. This is high school baseball on Zap. We'll step aside. The production presented by John Wade Roofing.
Page's Pretty Roots is a Texas-based small business where you can discover handcrafted treasures designed to nurture your body and soul. From custom t-shirts that showcase your unique style to nourishing sugar scrubs and moisturizers made with love. Whether you're looking for a fun fashion statement or all-natural self-care, you'll find something special here. Shop now and experience the magic of handmade by scanning the QR code or searching Page's Pretty Roots on Etsy.com.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Okay. Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Your Colts coming to bat, bringing the 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate. London Prater will lead off. London's playing right field for the Colts this evening. On deck is Abe Alvarado, who made a couple of plays in that last inning. And the 6-hole batter in the hole, Jeremiah Taylor, tonight's catcher. Sebastian De La Rosa back on the mound, the southpaw pitcher for the Texans, on for his second inning of work. His first pitch to Prater is down in the dirt, kicks up some white chalk there at the plate for ball 1. One-0 pitch to Prater, a little bit low and outside for ball 2. Prater having a good year at the plate, really justifying the cleanup hitter position for the Colts. Showing some good power and some good timely hitting. 2-0 pitch. Called strike 1 on that outside corner. Count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike on London Prater, the leadoff batter here, in the Colts' top of the second inning. 2-1 pitch, a little bit high. Ball 3. It's a hitter's count for London Prater. 3 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff batter. Swung on and hit towards second base. Lopez scoops it up, throws it over to Lagunas, and Prater is retired on the 4-3 putout. That'll bring up Abe Alvarado, holding down that hot corner for the Colts this evening. Abe made a couple of good plays, retiring 2 of the 3 Sam Houston Texans in the bottom of the first inning. Abe also earning the number 2 pitching spot for the Colts. You may be able to see him Friday night back at Colt Field. De La Rosa's first pitch is looked at for a call, strike 1. Special night at Colt Field this week. If we get to play, there's some rain in the forecast, but it's going to be big Colt, little Colt night at Colt Field. That next pitch from De La Rosa is down in the dirt for ball 1. I think they call it Future Colts. Maybe the football team calls it Big Colt, Little Colt. This is Future Colts for the baseball club. Come out and see the little guys that want to follow in the footsteps of their favorite Colt varsity players. This ball's fouled over the right side for strike 2 on Abe Alvarado. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here early in the top of the second inning. Swung on and hit to right field. Sailing, catching the wind, and backed up and catching it is Adriel Estrada. The wind is kind of blowing in that direction. Adriel did a good job of tracking that ball and pulling in the F9 for the second out here for the Colts.
23, the catcher, Jeremiah Taylor.
Jeremiah Taylor stepping up to bat for the Colts. Premier defensive player. Getting some accolades last year for his proficiency behind the plate. First pitch from De La Rosa sails outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch swung on and hit out towards shortstop. Takes a funny bounce, but Ramos is able to field it cleanly and get it over to first base to retire the Colts 1-2-3. The 6-3 put out ends the Colts at bat for this inning. And that means we're going to step aside just a minute for a break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana. Aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. We're moving along at a pretty fast clip here from the east side of Arlington as Danny Bustamante has had a 1-2-3 inning in his last inning, and De La Rosa has gone with the Colts 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in their first 2 at-bats tonight. The Texans will send out their 4, 5, 6-hole hitters this inning. Daniel Garcia will lead off. Eduardo Laguna will be on deck, and Angel Salgado will be in the hole to get this one started. Coach Bettis is heading across your field of vision there to go over to the third base coaching box. Bettis in his second year leading the Sam Houston Texans baseball program. Bustamante on the mound for his second inning of work. The umpire keeps talking to the Colt dugout. Somebody's leaving equipment out and standing outside the dugout, and the umpire wants them to get back fully into the dugout so they can stay safe in case a sharply hit foul ball heads that direction. Don't want anybody to get hurt.
We've got just a little bit of a breeze this evening. You can see the dust kick up around home plate sometimes. It's not as windy as it was a week ago yesterday when we were out here, and the sustained winds were about 30 miles an hour. It's a much more comfortable evening today.
Okay, the leadoff hitter is a mistake on my part. This is Coronado in the DH position for Daniel Garcia. Garcia is playing left field, but Oliver Coronado is the batter in the DH position. So it'll be Coronado, Laguna, and Salgado 1, 2, 3. And the first pitch to Coronado is a called strike 1. 0-1 pitch is swung through for strike 2. Bustamante up quickly on Coronado. No balls, 2 strikes here to lead off the Texans' half of the second inning. The 0-2 delivery from Busta. Curveball that breaks a little bit early, ball 1. I think he was trying to get Coronado to go fishing for that one. But good patience and good discipline at the plate shown by Coronado. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Another curveball hits the batter. So Coronado's going to get on base by a hit by pitch. That curveball curved a little bit too much inside that time. That'll put Coronado on first base for the Texans' first runner of the evening and bring up the first baseman, Eduardo Laguna. Laguna's the left-handed batting first baseman, with Oliver Coronado at first. Busta's first pitch caught that outside corner for strike 1. Wind has shifted a little bit, Mom. It's coming in a little bit more from right field now, right in our faces. 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lagunas in his first appearance this evening at the plate.
Does the announcer's jinx apply to the weather?
Boy, I don't know. The wind does seem to be picking up a little bit, though, doesn't it?
Yes.
1-1 pitch, swung on and popped into the air, but it's going to go behind us, foul. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lagunas. Yeah, this still isn't nearly as strong as it was on a Tuesday night a week ago. We were here, Mom and I were here calling a ball game against Bowie for our anniversary night. That pitch is a call, strike 3 on Eduardo Lagunas, Bustamante's first strikeout of the evening. Lagunas is caught looking. 1 out in the inning, 1 runner over at first base, and that'll bring up Angel Salgado, this catcher for the Texans. We just got a nice hello greeting from Jeremiah Taylor's pop. As I was saying, we were here for our anniversary night. That's how dedicated we are to Zap Radio. First pitch to Salgado is swung on and hit right back to Bustamante. Throws to second for Hensley to 1. Back to Wynn for 2. That's a 1-6-3 double play. Kind of an unusual scoring. 1-6-3. 2 outs, 3 outs, and the inning is over for Danny Bustamante and company. We'll step aside and take a short break in between innings here. This is high school baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Romy Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
PDA Advocacy Group would like to remind you that autism is a wide spectrum of neurological differences and it's on the rise, now affecting 1 in 36 Americans and more cases found in males. Those with autism have trouble with social interactions, communication, and can engage in repetitive or self-harming behaviors. While the causes of autism are still being researched, we can begin to learn more by visiting nationalautismassociation.org.
Welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning here in East Arlington at Sam Houston Texan Field. Your Colts are taking on the Sam Houston Texans in district action on a Wednesday night after we had some trouble with some storms that were producing a lot of lightning in the area last night and prevented us from playing at all.
Those storms went north and south of us, but they were within the range of a lightning delay. And after it happened several times, and we sat here listening to thunder coming out of North Arlington, well, Central Arlington for a while, they finally said, okay, let's try again tomorrow.
So here we are on a bright sunny day, and the Colts will be sending up their 7, 8, 9 batters this half inning to start off. Gannon Howard leading off. Hayden White on deck, Sam Harper in the hole. De La Rosa on the mound for his third inning of work, and his first pitch to Howard is a called strike one on the outside corner. Howard's first at bat this afternoon as the Colts have gone down in order the first 2 innings. De La Rosa's 0-1 pitch swung on and chopped to the left side. Coach Womack gives kind of a weak wave at it and doesn't move to pick it up. Foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. Quickly the count to Gannon Howard. De La Rosa's 0-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch that sails outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gannon Howard. I like this umpire, Mom. He's putting up a really strong count signal in between every other pitch, so we can make sure we are on track giving you the right details tonight. 1 ball and 2 strike pitch is swung on and missed by Howard. De La Rosa gets his first strikeout of the evening. 1 out, nobody on. That'll bring up Hayden White, Colts second baseman on a regular basis.
Second baseman, number 24.
His first appearance here this evening
White.
against De La Rosa and the Texans. Arlington JV showing up, getting ready for their game right after this one. First pitch to White is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Right after the conclusion of this varsity game, the JV teams will be playing each other. 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled over the right side. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hayden White. There is a critter out in center field. Dead center. Coach Womack pulled our attention. It looks like a fox.
Is it?
I don't know. What is it? It's a little dog, maybe. It's a little chihuahua. At Arlington High at Colt Field, we have a problem with chickens. Now that's a little dachshund or a chihuahua or something out there.
It's a small dog.
And he's running back towards the right field line. We'll give you a play-by-play on the dog cam here. Oh, he went through a hole in the fence.
That's probably how he got
That's
in.
how he got in the first place. So we got the dog off the field now. Right fielder Adriel Estrada is going to try and plug up that hole out there. And we're back to ready to play. We got a 1-1 count on Hayden White, 1 out in the inning. De La Rosa set in his 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the backstop, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, that was a fun little diversion, wasn't it? I've got a great joke I could tell about a inside the pork home run, but it's too long.
I knew where you were going.
1-2 on White. That joke just makes me chuckle. 1-2 pitch, a little bit high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That joke harkens back to my days as a Little League umpire. I called baseball games for kids this age in the Little League program. It's just some fun memories. 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit to the right side, but it lands foul.
Did that hit the umpire?
No.
It
He was
looked
diving out of the way. But that ball was headed down that line, and then it curved to the right. We were actually in a good position to see that one.
The
We're on
ones that go down the left field line we don't always see.
Yeah. Our camera is in the press box behind the home plate, so you've got a great view at home, but we're on the left field fence, the left third base fence. This ball hit right in the gap again, right in between Angel Estrada and Mark Ramos for a base hit for Hayden White. So the Colts put a runner on first base with 1 out in the inning, and Sam Harper coming up for his first at bat. Number 17 playing left field for the Colts tonight.
Now batting for the Colts, number 17, left fielder.
I have seen Sam make some fantastic defensive plays out in left field so far this year, both in tournament action and in the regular season, so we're glad to see him up here tonight. Harper stepping in for his first at bat this evening against De La Rosa. First pitch to him, swung on and hit hard to shortstop. Shortstop scoops it over to first. The relay to first is another double play. So Ramos to Lopez to Lagunas for the 6-4-3 double play, and the Colts are out of the inning with no runners scored. Folks, we're going to recognize that we're in the third inning here, and the third inning is presented by our friends at Ika Signs. Located in the heart of Arlington, they offer same-day production on certain rush orders and offer a wide catalog of custom printed materials. Call 817-617-2229 to find out how Ika Signs can help your brand's visibility. We'll step aside for a little break here. This is High School Baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
Welcome back to the Texans' half of the third inning. No score. Both teams, due to some double plays, are going up 1-2-3. We're getting a base hit, but then it's erased by double plays. So we've got a really fast-paced ball game here as the Texans will send up their 7, 8, 9-hole hitters this inning. Marcos Lopez, the second baseman, leading off. Noel Lopez, the center fielder, on deck. And Adriel Estrada, who corralled the stray animal out in right field, is going to be in the hole to start. That was kind of fun. If you missed it, fans, we had a Chihuahua, Dachshund, some kind of shaped animal out there running around in center field. And we had to chase it back to the hole it came in from. Bustamante on the mound for his third inning of work here today. And his first pitch to Adriel is swung on and chopped towards Hensley. Slow hit ball. Hensley fields it, throws to first, and he gets the out at first base. So Marcos Lopez on the 6-3 is the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Noel Lopez. Noel plays center field for the Texans.
Now batting, center fielder, number 4, Noel Lopez.
Noel had his part in corralling the stray dog out in center field, kind of corralling him and running him back towards right field. We had chickens at the Colt field at one time, a couple of different times, because the FFA group keeps a chicken coop on the campus, and we've had outfielders have to chase and pick up chickens before. First time I've seen a dog. First pitch to Lopez is down low for ball 1.
Doesn't that usually happen when they're playing Martin?
It seems like it does. Yes, you're right. That's the other game on Zap presented tonight. That second pitch is high for ball 2. The Martin Warriors and the Bowie Volunteers, Bowie covered by Zach Arnold Productions, had to suspend their game during the third inning last night. So Zach and Jot are on the call over there to finish up that game. 3-0 now to the second hitter in the inning, Noel Lopez. Hit that share button, fans. YouTube.com/@ZachTheVoice. If you weren't able to make it to the ballgame in time for the start, turn it on YouTube and keep up with the action until you can get here. 3-0 delivery. Strike called. Nope. Noel taking all the way on that one, making Danny come into the strike zone. Counts 3 balls and 1 strike now. Next pitch is a called strike 2, low and outside. Lopez wanted to run down to first base, but the umpire called him back and said, nope, the count's full, young man. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Busta winds, and the payoff pitch is a curveball that puts him on first base. So Noel Lopez on with the free pass. That'll bring up Adriel Estrada. I just saw a fan walk in, and he's sporting the Texas Rangers jersey. Texas Rangers open their season of play for the 25 season tomorrow. We got a special day here at Sam Houston. We're encouraged to wear our Sam Houston, our Texas Rangers gear, and we're gonna have grilled hot dogs for lunch.
Pops, do you have a Ranger shirt?
I do have one.
I couldn't remember.
So runner at first base.
Swung on and missed for strike
1. 2 outs. No. Why does it say 2 outs in there? We don't have to. What happened to the runner at first? I was talking about Rangers baseball. What happened to the runner at first?
I don't know. I guess he got called out. I missed it too.
The umpire must have called him out at the plate because he took a walk down to first base, and so that's going to be Boosta's second strikeout.
I sure thought this umpire has done a good job of calling those strikes with much animation.
Yeah, but that one was. Well, he's wearing an old-fashioned balloon protector, and so that may be inhibiting his arm motion. That ball gets away at the plate. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes on Adriel Estrada, the right fielder, animal corrections officer. Sorry, we're going to refer to that all evening. It was funny. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. A little bit high and away for ball 2. Sorry we missed what happened at first base. The pitch did not look like a strike.
No.
So I put him on first base, but the umpire did not. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Swung on and missed. First strike, 3. And that is the end of the inning. So a swinging strike and a looking strike, and we have 3 outs, and that'll end the inning for the Texans. We'll step aside and take a short break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com. Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Welcome back to Sam Houston Field here on the east side of Arlington as the Texans are hosting your Colts in district action here tonight. It's 0-0 here heading to the top of the 4th inning. We appealed to Coach Berrientos in the stands here, and he said that play on that we thought was a walk, they actually appealed. I went to write the walk down on my score sheet. The catcher appealed to first base, and the umpire at first base said that the batter swung. Then he went through on his swing, and they called him out. So sorry about that little. Just wanted to correct that and give credit where credit is due.
You looked at the score sheet, and I looked at the computer, and we both missed it.
So the Colts are at the top of the inning here. We need to get the bats running. We've seen De La Rosa one time through, and the 1-2-3 hole hitters are due up here in the top of the 4th inning. Danny Bustamante leading off. Mason Hensley on deck. Matthew Wynn in the hole. Bustamante grounded to short his first time up. And pitcher on pitcher here. Busta looking to help his own cause here, leading off the top of the 4th inning. De La Rosa's wind in his first pitch is swung on and hit out to shortstop. Running away from the field is Ramos. He turns and throws the ball away at first base. Bustamante turns the base and runs towards second. He's thinking about third, but he's going to hold up there as the ball is retrieved by the first baseman, Lagunas, and gets back into the field of play. So a leadoff base hit and an error on the throw for Bustamante. Now we're just going to give him an error all the way, because if the shortstop had played the ball cleanly, Bustamante would have been out. So an E6 in advance to second base puts a runner on second for the Colts, and Mason Hensley comes up to bat. Hensley got a base hit his last at bat, but he was eliminated in a double play turned by the Texans. 2 double plays turned by the Texan defense tonight has kept the 0 on the board. So with Busta at second, the pitch to his swung a bunt is played. De La Rosa plays it to first base, and the out will be recorded on Hensley, but he gets the sacrifice and puts the runner in scoring position just 90 feet away now. Good bunt by Hensley. We're going to call that a 1-3 out, but it's a sack to his credit. And Coach Womack looking to play small ball here, trying to get a runner across. As Zach would say, runs may be at a premium here tonight at Texan Field. 1 out in the inning, runner at third now. First pitch to Wynn is Sales, high and outside for ball 1. Wynn hit into that first double play in the first inning. 6-4-3, got the Texans out of that inning with Hensley on base. The 1-0 pitch from De La Rosa. A little bit high. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to the number 3 hole hitter, Matthew Wynn, first baseman for the Colts. 2-0 pitch. In the zone, little off-speed pitch for strike 1 called. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner at third for the Colts. Looked at, called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Matthew Wynn. Colts looking to catch up with De La Rosa and get some bat on ball here and at least bring Bustamante in. That ball's hit out to second. They're thinking about coming home. Bustamante freezes on the line. He's going to go back to third. A little bit of a rundown. He dives. Does he get in there? No, the umpire calls him out. Ball gets away at first base. Wynn's going to go from first around second. He's going to go all the way to third. The throw coming into third. It's going to be close. He gets into third base safely, so Bustamante and Wynn trade places. Busta is out for the second out of the inning, and Matthew Wynn, on the hit and the chaos that ensued, rounds the bases to get to third base, but now there's 2 outs in the inning. London Prater steps up for his second at bat. He grounded out to second base last at bat. So Matthew Wynn scored with a fielder's choice that gets him to first base, and then a pass ball gets him all the way to third. 2 outs in the inning, though. That ball sails high on Prater. It's good job by Angel Salgado there to save that ball from getting past him, because the fence here at Sam Houston behind the plate is deep enough that if one gets past Salgado, the runner has a really good chance of scoring. So good job, good defense by Salgado. 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1, looking. Next delivery. Swung on and hit right back to De La Rosa. He bobbles the ball, throws it to first base, gets the out. The run does not count that comes across the plate as Prater is retired on the 1-3 putout for the third out of the inning. Fans, the 4th inning stretch in between the top of the 4th and the bottom of the 4th is presented by Taqueria Taco Express. Featuring a wide, authentic menu, Taco Express can solve any Mexican food craving like the one I have right now. Order online to collect points for free food, or get 5 tacos and a large agua fresca. I recommend the strawberry agua fresca. Taco Tuesdays, all of that for just $10. Taqueria Taco Express, 4th inning stretch. We'll step aside now for a Taco Express commercial, and we'll be right back. This is High School Baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Taqueria Taco Express is your one-stop shop for all things authentic Mexican in Arlington and Grand Prairie. And this fall, you'll now have 4 stops to choose from. Visit the new location off 20 and Little Road or any of their 3 original locations and try their $10 Taco Tuesday. It includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca. They also feature new birria items plus tortas, gorditas, and more. Find out just how much more by visiting TaqueriaTacoExpress.com.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning, as the Texans are just now sending up the top of the order again. Danny Bustamante on the mound for his 4th inning of work. But the Texans have gone 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the first 3 innings. The Texans will send up their 1-2-3 batters. Sebastian De La Rosa, the pitcher, leading off. Angel Estrada on deck. Mark Ramos in the hole. De La Rosa grounded out to third, his first at bat, and the first delivery from Busta is a called strike one. Bustamonte's wind up, called strike two. He's quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth. De La Rosa, his pitching counterpart. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. The ball gets away from Jeremiah Taylor. He picks it up, throws it down to Matthew Wynn, and records the strikeout for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Angel Estrada, third baseman for the Texans. That is Danny Bustamonte's 4th strikeout of the evening. I'm going to start keeping count of those at the bottom. How's that? One out in the inning. Angel Estrada up to the plate. Swung on and flied out to right field. It's flaring towards the line. Prater after it. He makes the catch just across into foul territory for the F9 and the second out of the inning. Good job playing the wind there by London Prater, as the wind was kind of pushing the ball towards the foul line. And that'll bring up shortstop Mark Ramos for his second at-bat. He grounded to Abe Alvarado at third base in his first at-bat. Nobody on, 2 outs here for the Texans. First pitch from Busta is a called strike one. The 1 pitch, swung on and hit the third base. Alvarado keeps it in front of him, picks it up, throws it across the diamond, in time for the out. Good recovery there by Abe Alvarado to get the 5-3 put out. And that ends the inning. Wow, that was quick. Another 1-2-3 inning for Danny Bustamonte takes us to the top of the 5th inning. We'll step aside for just a moment. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to Sam Houston Texan Field. Your score bug is correct. It's Colts 0, Texans 0, heading into the top of the 5th inning. Both pitchers doing an outstanding job so far this evening. Colts will be sending their 5, 6, 7-hole hitters to the plate. Abe Alvarado leading off. Jeremiah Taylor on deck. Gannon Howard in the hole to begin this top of the 5th inning. De La Rosa on the mound for his 5th inning of work. No reason to replace him at this point. He's still going strong, but the first pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Abe Alvarado. Curveball kind of twists and curves inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff batter here for the Colts, AB, as the players call him. Next pitch is a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. De La Rosa's turn and delivery is swung on and fouled to the right side, out of play. Count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Abe Alvarado. Abe playing the hot corner at third base tonight for the Colts and doing so quite well. Had a ball that kind of took a funny hop on him and hit him in the chest. He recovered, picked it up, threw it, got the out. 2-2 pitch is swung on and hit. It's going to be in the infield. The wind is holding it up. First baseman calling for it, and Eduardo Lagunas makes the play for the F3 and the first out of the inning. That'll bring up JT, Jeremiah Taylor, catcher for the Colts. Has shown some power this year. We've seen several at-bats where he has ridden the ball all the way out to left field, bouncing it off the wall, getting a couple of doubles on the season. First pitch to him is a called strike one on the outside corner. Jeremiah grounded to shortstop his first at-bat to end the second inning. De La Rosa's 0-1 pitch called strike two. Taylor quickly down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. De La Rosa ready and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Jeremiah thought about it, but held up in time. They're going to peel down to first base again on Jeremiah, and the first base umpire says no. Jeremiah held up in time. No swing. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch from De La Rosa is a floater that comes in there for a ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on JT. Two-two pitch. Swung on and hit hard to second base. Lopez able to field it, throws it high and pulls the base runner, the Lagunas off the bag, but he stretches back and makes the out. So 4-3 put out. Good recovery there by Lagunas. Now there's 2 outs in the inning, nobody on, and Gannon Howard stepping to the plate. Howard a strikeout victim in his first at bat. And again, De La Rosa just seems to be throwing exactly what he needs to be throwing to get the hits right to his players so far. First pitch is called strike 1 on Howard. Should he get the opportunity, Hayden White is on deck for the Colts, taking some warm-up chops. 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike 2. Howard quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, with 2 outs in the inning. The 0-2 delivery. Looked at for a called strike 3. Colts go up and down 1, 2, 3 to end the 5th inning. That'll take us to a break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back to the east side of Arlington on the campus of Arlington Sam Houston High School. The Texans and the Colts playing district action ball here tonight after a rain out last night. We're playing here, started the game at 5 o'clock this evening, and we are moving. We are just 45 minutes into the game. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 0-0 on the scoreboard right now. Yes, that's right, all knotted up at 0. As the Texans come to bat, they'll be bringing up their 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters to the plate. Oliver Coronado, the designated hitter, leading off. Eduardo Lagunas, the first baseman, on deck, and Angel Salgado, the catcher, is in the hole. The 1, 2, 3 batters this inning.
I'll tell you what, though, Pops, if we had the umpires that we had last Tuesday night out here, we would be done with this game already. We could hardly get our commercials in because they were so quick to turn the innings over, I guess because they were ready to get out of the wind. But this is just the way the game's being played, that we're that far in 45 minutes after the start.
Yeah, so far both of these pitchers are in total control of what's going on out here. So it's a classic pitching duel between the Colts and the Texans here. Oliver Coronado, the DH, is leading off. He was hit by a pitch by an inside curveball that didn't break last time at bat. And then he was put out by a Colt double play. It was an unusual play. It was a 1-6-3 pitcher shortstop to first base type of put out that got the Colts out of that inning. Busta's first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. 1-6-3 double play is a little unusual. Busta winds in the 0-1 pitch to Coronado. Swung on and hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to drop right in front of Sam Harper, who fields it and gets it back into Hensley. And Coronado leads off with a base hit here in the Texan half of the fifth inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Eduardo Lagunas. Struck out looking his first time at bat this evening. The left-handed batting, left-handed fielding Laguna steps into that right side batter's box with a runner at first. Busta takes a look at Coronado and comes home. Swung on and fouled to the fence right here in front of us. Hope you enjoyed that rattling sound from our ambient mic. We've got a loose baseball over here the Colts are going to have to come pick up. Usually the team at bat comes over and picks those up, but we got the loose ball off the field. And with a 1 strike count, we're back to action here with Lagunas at the bat. Busta takes a look at Coronado at first. And the 0-1 pitch home. Swung on and chopped to first base. Matthew Wynn's going to field it. Step on his own bag for the force out at first, but that'll push Coronado over to second. So we'll call that it's actually a 3-3 put out. Sack awarded to Lagunas as he pushed Coronado over to second. So a runner in scoring position now for the Texans with Angel Salgado stepping into the plate. Salgado's the one that actually grounded into that inning-ending double play in his first at bat. Busta comes set, takes a look at Coronado at second and comes home. Called strike one by the home plate umpire. Salgado looked like he might be trying to square to bunt, and then he pulled back and rethought it. They try to bunt Coronado over to third. Busta comes set, looks at Coronado at second. His 0-1 pitch is bunted out in front of the plate. Jeremiah Taylor makes the play, throws to Matthew Wynn at first base perfectly for the out. But with 2 outs in the inning, the Texans now have a runner just 90 feet away. That one a 2-3 put out on the sack bunt. Coronado takes up position at third base now, running just 90 feet away. And that'll bring up Marcos Lopez, who grounded out to short in his first at bat this evening. This is his second appearance of the ball game. So Bustamante into a slight jam here with a runner just 90 feet away. See if he can bear down and keep the goose eggs on the board. First pitch called, strike one to Marcos Lopez. We have 2 Lopez's in order here in the batting order. Marcos Lopez, the second baseman, and Noah Lopez is on deck should he get the chance. This is second baseman Marcos Lopez. And the 0-1 pitch from Busta is in the dirt, and Jeremiah Taylor does a really good job to slide sideways and block that one and keep Coronado 90 feet away. And that's ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter Lopez. Busta toes the rubber on the mound. Gets the sign from Jeremiah Taylor. Comes set, takes a look at Coronado. The 1-1 pitch home. Swung on and fouled back into the fence behind home plate. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. After the foul ball, Bustamante gets a new baseball to play with, toes the rubber. Takes a look at third base. The 1-2 pitch home. Down in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Taylor does a good job digging that one out and keeping it in front of him. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Deuces are wild on the board. Runner at third base for the Texans. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Bustamante gets out of the jam with the strikeout. Three outs in the inning. That'll retire the Texans and take us to the break. Colts will be coming up in the top of the 6th inning. We'll step aside. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana, aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back to Sam Houston Texan ball field here on the east side of Arlington as the Colts head into the top of the 6th inning. There's still goose eggs all over the board. Bustamante got a strikeout to get out of the Texan half of the 5th. Colts will be sending their 8, 9, and 1 hole hitters here against De La Rosa still on the mound. Hayden White leading off, Sam Harper on deck, Danny Bustamante in the hole. First pitch to White is low in the dirt for ball 1. Game moving very fast as both pitchers are in control at this point. Looking for the Colt bats to wake up here maybe in the top of the 6th. De La Rosa's 1-0 pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff batter here, Hayden White. White got a base hit in his last at bat, but then he was eliminated in a double play turned by the Texans. 2-0 pitch. Low and inside again, ball 3. We'll expect Hayden White to be looking all the way and force De La Rosa to bring one into the strike zone. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1, right at the chest high. Some of the Colt faithful thought that was a little bit high. Hitters count here.
Compared to the last 2.
Yeah. Swung on and hit right past De La Rosa into center field for a base hit. Good job by Hayden White there for his 2nd base hit of the evening. Sam Harper steps in now for his 2nd at bat. He hit into that double play to end the 3rd inning. Harper playing left field for the Colts tonight. Nobody out here as the Colts get their leadoff batter on. Harper, the number 9 hole hitter for the Colts. White takes off, runs to second. The throw down there is way too late as Hayden White gets the straight up steal. And now takes up position at second base. In scoring position, the first pitch by the umpire was a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper with White at second base. De La Rosa takes a look at him from the mound. Harper squares the bunt but pulls it back as the ball was low and inside for ball 2. Coach Womack going through the signs down there at third base, what he wants Harper to do on this particular pitch. De La Rosa takes a look at White at second. The pitch home, he squares the bunt again, does Harper. Bunts it right out in front of the plate. De La Rosa makes the play, throws to first base and gets the out there. But that pushes White over to third base, and he's just 90 feet away from the Colts' first run.
Now batting for the Colts,
The 1-3 put out brings one out in the inning, but a runner 90 feet away as Bustamante comes up to the plate. Bustamante grounded to short and got on by a throwing error in his first at bat. Second at bat on the throwing error. Comes up here and can really help his own cause here. Runs are really stingy tonight. The first pitch from De La Rosa swung on and hit down the left field side. Is it going to be fair or foul? It is foul. Wind probably may have pushed that one a little bit.
It's coming from right field. That's entirely possible.
Just a long strike for Bustamante. Mason Hensley on deck taking some warm-up swings for the Colts. Busta, the 0-1 pitch is high for ball one. White getting a good lead off down at third base. Put a hash mark down for another runner in scoring position for the Colts. This is their third this evening. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Salgado. White turns around and goes back to first. Two balls and one strike to the batter, Bustamante. Two balls, one strike, one out. Runner at third for the Colts. They've had another runner at third base so far this inning. This one's fouled off to the right side for strike two. Haven't been able to bring one home yet. Bustamante, who's at bat right now, pitched out of a jam where a runner was at third base last inning with a strikeout. Looks like that one stung him a little bit. Did you see him? He's kind of shaking his hand, that right hand. May have got just a bit of a rattle on that bat with that last foul. Busta back in there. The 2-2 pitch from De La Rosa. Curveball that hangs high for ball three. Count runs full now to Danny Bustamante. De La Rosa gets the ball back. Comes set. The payoff pitch to Bustamante swung on and fouled to the right side. We'll bring it back for another try. Count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner just 90 feet away. Both pitchers being very stingy with the runs tonight. The payoff pitch. Outside and high for ball 4. Bustamante will draw the walk. That'll put runners at the corners and Mason Hensley up to bat. Hensley got a single. His first at bat was eliminated by a double play and was aboard or got a sac bunt to run there. Now we'll get a pinch runner at first base for the pitcher. Looks like number 5 for the Colts. Not number 5. We'll get the old spy glasses out here and see if we can. Oh, here we go.
Number 6.
I was close. It was number 6. Murphy running for Bustamante at first base.
Now batting for the Colts. Shortstop, number 10, Mason Hensley.
You may have heard the PA announcer announcing Mason Hensley stepping into the plate with runners at the corners for the Colts and only one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Looking for a timely hit here to bring that runner home from third. Murphy at first running. The pitcher, De La Rosa, squares to bunt. Does White. The call at the plate is 1 ball on Hensley. Hensley got the bat back in time. Murphy getting a good lead off there. Colts thinking about a suicide squeeze. There goes Murphy. The ball hit and run is fouled over the right side for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hensley as Murphy has to retreat. He was off and running on that play. May have had the steal sign on, may have had the hit and run. Either way, everything's reset back the way it was. Murphy at first. Hayden White at third. Pitch. 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Hensley. Hayden White 90 feet away at third base. Murphy at first. Zeros all over the scoreboard. Colts looking to get a key hit here to bring the first run across. 2-1 pitch. Murphy runs to second base unchallenged. Here comes Hayden White. He's going to come in to score. There's that first run. White's going to score from first. And fans, the first run of the game scored by the Colts is their first taco tally. All first runs of the game are presented by Taqueria Taco Express this season. Visit any of their 4 locations on Taco Tuesday for their $10 meal special. Taqueria Taco Express first run. Colts are up 1-0 with a runner at third, and there's a base hit up the middle. That'll bring the second run home for the Colts as Murphy comes across to score. And the Colts all of a sudden are up 2-0 on the Texans. That'll bring up Matthew Wynn as Hensley gets that base hit up the middle. That clears the runner from third. Colts have a 2 spot on the board all of a sudden, and Matthew Wynn stepping in to bat. Murphy scores, White scores, 2-0 Colts now here in the top of the 6th. First pitch is swung on and hit to center field. It's going to get past, the center fielder gets in front of it. But that'll push Hensley all the way to third on that hit, and Matthew Wynn takes up first base with a single. So De La Rosa may be getting tired as Coach Perez comes out of the dugout for the Texans to talk to his starting pitcher. All of a sudden, the Colts seem to be zeroing in on the ball and have put 2 runs on the board and still have 2 runners on with only 1 out in the inning. We'll see if Coach Perez just has a visit with his pitcher or if he has the hook with him. Nope, just a little pat on the back and says, "You got it, keep going." So we'll bring up the next batter here in the inning, London Prater, with runners at first and third for the Colts. Mason Hensley in scoring position at third, Matthew Wynn at first, and Prater stepping into the bat. Grounded out to second, his first at bat, grounded out to first to end the inning in the 4th. First pitch from De La Rosa to Prater is on the outside corner for strike 1. Colts finally breaking the ice here in what was a 5-inning stalemate, putting a 2 spot on the board here in the top of the 10th. Throw over to first base, kind of a snap throw, not even a courtesy tag, as the runner at first, Wynn, gets back easily. Another throw over to first base. They're really apparently worried about Matthew Wynn maybe trying to straight steal. The left-handed pitcher is facing dead on to the first base runner, so he has a much better view of what's going on over there. The pitch home to Prater is a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to London Prater here. Umpire seems to be widening that strike zone a little bit. 1 out in the inning. Runners at the corners for the Colts. De La Rosa's 0-2 pitch. High for ball 1. Ball 1. As Matthew Wynn does run down to second on the straight steal. Angel Salgado held on to the ball and watched closely to see what Hensley might do. But Hensley stayed put. And now there's 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-2 pitch to Prater. That curveball floats a little bit outside. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Colt right fielder. Should he get the opportunity, Abe Alvarado taking some warm-up swings. But there have been a couple of double plays turned here tonight that have eliminated some of that opportunity. That next pitch to Prater sails high and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Runners at second and third for the Colts looking to put up more runs as they've already added 2. The throw down to second base as they thought maybe Wynn was straying too far off, and Wynn dives back and beats the tag. White stayed put over at Hensley stayed put over at third base on that snap throw over to second. De La Rosa comes set. 3-2 to the batter Prater. The payoff pitch outside and gets away from Salgado, but it's a 4-pitch free pass as Prater takes up position, and now the bases are loaded for Abe Alvarado.
Now batting for the Colts, third baseman, number 20, Abraham Alvarado.
We have noted throughout the course of the season that the Colts especially, seem to score in bunches. They'll have a breakout inning and put a bunch of runs up on the board, and they may be on the verge of doing that here. First pitch to Alvarado sails outside for ball 1. Not sure how short of a leash De La Rosa is on at this point for the Texans. Another big base hit here may run him to the showers. 1-0 pitch. Curveball that sails inside and stays inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Abe Alvarado. Alvarado has flied out to right field and flied out to first base in his 2 previous at-bats this evening. AB with a 2-0 count on him here. De La Rosa's wind and pitch. Inside for ball 3. No place to put him here, Mom.
De La Rosa is 1 pitch away from walking in a run.
Yeah. Of course, Abe will be forcing him to get one in the strike zone most likely. Taking all the way, and that ball's high for ball 4. And indeed, yet another run across for the Colts on the walk. That'll send Wynn down to third, Prater to second, Alvarado to first on the walk. And we do see a little meeting at the mound here, but no coach. Shortstop comes in to talk to his pitcher. Third baseman came in close, but looks like the coaches are going to stay in the dugout. Your new score, Arlington 3. All 3 runs come across in this inning. That'll bring up Jeremiah Taylor with the bases loaded. First pitch to Taylor is a called strike 1. As De La Rosa finds the strike zone again. Taylor grounded to short and grounded to second his first 2 at-bats this evening. The 0-1 pitch from De La Rosa swung on and fouled to the right side over the first base dugout for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Jeremiah Taylor. Bases full of Colts. The 0-2 pitch to Taylor. Swung on and fouled as he stays alive, fouling that one back to the backstop. Noah Cifuentes comes across your video screen there to retrieve that foul ball with his bright pink gloves on. 0-2 pitch again to Taylor. Swung on and lifted towards center field. Shortstop, who's going to get it? The shortstop gets it, brings it back in. The runner tags at first, and he's out at the plate. So the fly ball to center field gets the second out, and then the runner at third, Matthew Wynn, had tagged up, and the throw spot on to Salgado for the third out of the inning, tagged out at plate. So that ends the Colt threat as they send 8 runners to the plate that inning and put three runs on the board. The new score, Arlington 3, Sam Houston 0. We'll step aside for just a moment. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0393 or email orders@locallegendsfigures.com.
Welcome back to the east side of Arlington from Sam Houston Texan baseball field as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Colts finally broke the ice on all the goose eggs on the board out there and spotted 3 in that last half inning as we sent 8 runners to the plate and scored those 3 runs, and it's now 3-0 Arlington heading into the Texans' half of the inning. Texans will be sending up the 8-9 one-hole hitters this half inning. Noel Lopez, the center fielder, leading off. Adriel Estrada on deck. And the top of the order, Sebastian De La Rosa, is in the hole to get this one started. Bustamante on for his 6th inning of work here. De La Rosa seemed to flag just a little bit. He seemed to wane as he went on. But he was able to get out with minimal damage done, three innings. But like we said, the runs have been really hard to get here this evening.
And like you also said, the Colts tend to score in clusters.
Yep. So that was a cluster inning. They've got another one that we're going to go to 7 innings here tonight. This will be the top of the 6th. So the Texans, being the home team, will get 2 more at-bats here as we're heading into the bottom of the 6th, and then they'll get to bat in the bottom of the 7th. So they have 2 more opportunities here to put some runs on the board of their own as Bustamante looks to hold them right where they're at. Noah Lopez stepping up was a strikeout victim his first at bat.
Right before that 6th inning, we commented during commercial that we felt like whichever pitcher got tired first was going to change the course of the game.
Yeah, the last inning the Texans got close. They got a runner as far as third base with their DH hitter Coronado, but Bustamante was able to pitch out of that with a strikeout to end the inning. His first pitch here is swung on and hit to left field. Sam Harper giving a look at it, but it's going to go foul. Long strike for his first pitch to Noel Lopez to lead off the Texan half of the 6th inning. Lopez, a left-handed batting center fielder. The 0-1 pitch from Busta, a little bit high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Busta winds in the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit to the corner, but it's just past Abe, and it's foul. No harm.
But a foul.
But a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Noah Lopez. Busta gets a new baseball. Gets a new sign from Jeremiah Taylor. And the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit towards Hensley at shortstop. He misses it. It takes a funny hop and goes right under his glove. He was in position, but it took a funny hop. That's a tough call on that. Is it a base hit? Is it a error? I'm going to give Noah Lopez a base hit. It was a tough play for Hensley.
It hit the lip of the grass.
Yep, hit the lip of the grass and took a funny hop. So no matter how you score it, the Texans have a runner at first base. Get their leadoff runner on. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Adriel Estrada. Estrada, a strikeout victim, his first at bat tonight. Steps into that right-handed batting box. Bustamante looks over his shoulder at first and comes home. The bunt squared for, but pulled back as the ball sails high for ball 1. Lopez getting a decent lead over at first. Jeremiah Taylor, remember, behind the plate there, the catcher has a gun for an arm. Bustamante comes home, the 1-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the 9-hole hitter, Adriel Estrada. Nobody out in the innings so far. Busta comes set on the mound. The 1-1 pitch is squared to bunt again. It's bunted to the left side. It's going to be fielded by Abe Alvarado, and he's going to have to eat it. The runner gets off second. The Abe throws down there, and Mason Hensley has to really dive for it to keep it from getting into center field. But all hands are safe as that ball was perfectly bunted to the left side, and instead of Bustamante taking the play, Abe Alvarado called him off, and by the time he fielded the ball, the speedy Estrada was most of the way to first base, and Alvarado just ate the ball instead of throwing it away. probably a wise move in that particular instance. But 2 base hits now have 2 runners on for the Texans and nobody out. And back to the top of the order with Sebastian De La Rosa. Left-handed pitching, left-handed batting, pitcher versus pitcher here in the bottom of the sixth. Busta takes a look at second and comes home. That ball is bunted, and it was actually, I don't know why the umpire didn't see that. It was actually bunted off De La Rosa's arm and kind of settled in the dirt. Fortunately, it settled in foul territory, and by the time Taylor got up to touch it, it was in foul territory. So either way, it was a foul ball. It should have been a foul right from the start. 1 strike on De La Rosa. De La Rosa already squaring to bunt, trying to move those runners into scoring position. Busta's pitch to him. Swung on and hit out towards shortstop. Hensley fields it. Could it be a double play? 6-4. And White has to eat it down there at second base. But we do get a force out at second. So Estrada is erased on the 6-4 out for the first out of the inning. Noah Lopez goes to third on the play. And Sebastian De La Rosa takes up position on the fielder's choice at first. So runners at the corners for the Texans with 1 out now. That'll bring up Angel Estrada. Estrada in his 3rd at bat tonight has grounded to short and flown to right field. But the Texans have a runner in scoring position just 90 feet away in Noah Lopez. Busta takes a look at the runner at first and comes set and home. And that ball is hit to center field area. Gannon Howard playing it, getting it into center field. The runner tags at third. The plate at the plate. Jeremiah Taylor hangs onto the ball, and he's out at home. So the fly out and the put out end the inning for the Colts. F8 gets the 2nd out of the inning. And then Noah Lopez is gunned down at the plate. The tag applied by JT, and the Colts are out of the inning and spare the run. Keep the zeros on the board for the Texans, and that'll take us to the 7th inning. We'll take a break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back, fans, to the top of the 7th inning. This game is really moving fast as the Colts put 3 runs on the board last inning to take a 3-0 lead into this 7th inning. Colts will be sending their 7, 8, 9-hole hitters to the plate this inning, and we see an on-deck pinch batter here in Noah Cifuentes will be leading off for the Colts. On deck is Hayden White, and in the hole, Sam Harper. Cifuentes, White, Harper, 1, 2, 3, as De La Rosa is on the mound to begin the 7th inning. We'll see how far he goes in this one. Exciting play to end the last inning as Gannon Howard made the catch on the flyout. The runner tagged at third, and Gannon Howard threw a great throw to JT at the plate and nailed the runner coming in to keep the 0 on the board. And here we are in the top of the 7th. First pitch from De La Rosa to Cifuentes is down in the dirt for ball 1. De La Rosa's wind and 1-0 pitch to Noah. Swung on and hit to the left side. Will it stay fair or will the wind push it foul? It's going to be foul. Long foul ball down the left field line as Noah Cifuentes got just a little bit ahead of that one. Pulled it down the left field line. steps back into the batter's box with a 1-1 count now. De La Rosa's delivery. A little bit low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cifuentes. De La Rosa Ryan's the 2-1 pitch is inside for ball 3. Hitters count now for Noah Cifuentes. 3 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch swung on and popped in the air. Will it stay in fair territory? The first baseman is making the call and grabs the ball for the first out. So an F3 retires Cifuentes, and that'll bring up Hayden White, second baseman for the Colts. Sam Harper is on deck, so we're not making any more changes in the first 3 batters other than Cifuentes. Hayden White has 2 base hits now. He's having a good night at the plate. 2 base hits and has scored a run in that 3-run spurt in the 6th inning. Cifuentes' first pitch to him is low and inside for ball 1. De La Rosa set the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the right side over the first base dugout. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Swung on and fouled again to the right side over the first base dugout. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hayden White, the second batter here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody on. Colts leading 3-0.
7 pops. We're in the 7th inning.
7th inning? Wow, that went by fast. 7th inning. De La Rosa's ready for the 1-2 pitch to White. And he calls time as De La Rosa takes just a little bit too long studying the situation from the mound. Hayden steps back in, takes a couple of warm-up swings. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed at the plate, but he's going to run down to first base. Salgado's got to play it down there, and he does get it there in time for the strikeout on Hayden White. 2 outs now in the top of the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Sam Harper for his 3rd at bat tonight. Grounded into a double play and got on base with a sack. Actually, he was out on the sack play and pushed a runner along. It started the scoring in that 6th inning. First pitch from De La Rosa is a ball. Ball 1 to Harper. 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch to him is a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam Harper. Scoreboard operator up in the booth is falling asleep, but Mom's got the right count. Foul ball over the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There they woke up the scoreboard.
They heard us.
They heard us online probably. We heard that the Sam people were tuning in to the YouTube broadcast and were actually keeping up with balls and strikes from us. Watching the score bug operator keeping up with the balls and strikes. Sam Harper gets tired of waiting and calls timeout. Steps away and takes a couple of warm-up swings. Steps back in with a 1-2 count on him. De La Rosa set. Winds in the 1-2 pitch. Curveball that floats a little bit high and stays high. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch from De La Rosa. Curveball swung on and popped to the right side. It's in the air. It's in no man's land. It may be falling, but great play by first baseman Eduardo Lagunas as he backpedaling all the way and finally reaches over and makes the grab for the F3 to retire the Colts here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The Texans down to their last 3 outs. We'll step aside. This is High School Baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Colts with a 3-0 lead. Texans down to their last 3 outs here. Danny Bustamante on the mound for the 7th inning, his 7th inning of work here. The Texans will be sending the middle of their lineup to the plate. The number 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters. Mark Ramos will be leading off. Oliver Coronado, the designated hitter, on deck. And Eduardo Lagunas, the man who made the great play at first base on Harper's pop fly, will be in the hole to get started. So the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Texans coming to the plate, down 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stick around for the post-game show. As soon as this one is over, post-game show presented by John Wade Roofing, right after the end of this ball game. Bustamante on the mound, ready to go. Mark Ramos steps in. First pitch to him is swung on and hit to center field. Howard coming in on the ball and makes the catch for the first out. One away on the F8 here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up the DH, Oliver Coronado.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting for the Texans, designated hitter, number 9, Oliver Coronado.
Coronado only had 2 appearances tonight so far. He's 1 for 1 with a base hit in the bottom of the 5th, and he was nicked by a pitch. I wouldn't say hit by a pitch. He was nicked by a pitch that put him on base in his first at bat in the bottom of the 2nd. Steps in here with 1 out, nobody on base here. Bustamante cruising through this game. The pitch called, strike 1. Bustamante giving up 3 base hits, but getting 4 strikeouts so far in the game. Next pitch is down low for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let me correct myself. Bustamante with 5 strikeouts in the game so far, but no runs on the board. Looking to preserve the goose egg on the board for the Colts. As the next pitch is a ball, count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike on Oliver Coronado. Busta winds in the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and fly to the left side. Harper zeroing in on it in left field. Harper under it and makes the catch. That retires Coronado for the 2nd out of the inning on the F7. And the Texans are down to their last out here in Eduardo Lagunas. Stick around for the post-game show. First pitch to Lagunas is a called strike 1. Busta winds in the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Texans down to their last strike. The wind in the 0-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Bustamante gets the sign from JT. The 1-2 delivery, a little bit low for ball 2. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for the Texans. The 2-2 delivery. Colt fans wanted that one. Umpire called it a ball. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It was almost like that umpire didn't want to end the game on a called strike.
Yeah. Bustamante set for the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. JT tags him out, and that is the ball game. Strikeout number 6 for Danny Bustamante as he records the shutout win over the Texans. We'll bring it into the booth here for the John Wade Roofing postgame show. There's my lovely bride next to me, Patsy, and Pops bringing you this postgame show from John Wade Roofing. We'd like to remind you that John Sr. played for Arlington High School and was team MVP in 1976. He also played for TCU and UTA, earning all conference and conference champion honors. After a stint with the Houston Oilers, he started roofing in 1982, the year I graduated from Arlington High, and never looked back. His legacy on the gridiron is now matched by the legacy the company has built in the community for over 40 years. The next time you have roofing needs or gutters, painting, solar, or more, call the family that does more at 817-265-5520. So, Mom, we were on the call for a very impressive, historic win by Danny Bustamante in that opening game against Haltom when he recorded the perfect game. And we kind of felt like we had that rolling tonight, didn't we?
We did until he hit a batter and then there was a base hit. But, you know, the difference tonight was that he relied on the defense to help him along, and the Colt defense really came through. Most notably, that long throw from Gannon Howard to the plate to throw out the runner that was coming in from third base after the catch. Absolutely,
and that preserved the shutout at that point. There was another point where the Texans had a runner as close as third base, and Bustamante recorded a strikeout to end that inning. So it was just some clutch defense, like you said. Good pitching, good defense behind him all evening. A couple of double plays turned by the Colt defense this evening that helped out. And so, and then the adequate, runs at the plate. The Colts finally put some runs on the board. They were kind of baffled by De La Rosa, and we saw De La Rosa pitch against Bowie, and he really did pretty good. But the Colt bats finally came awake in the top of the 6th inning, putting 3 runs across on some couple of base hits and 3 base hits in that inning, couple of walks by De La Rosa. But it put the 3 runs, and that's all the Colts needed tonight was that one 6th inning with the 3 runs to secure this win. So it was a good performance by the Colts. The Colts go to 3 wins and 2 losses in district now, and that's important because the district race is so tight.
That's right. There is not a single team in the district that has no losses. Every team has lost at least once, and so it's anybody's district.
Anybody's district. We're going to be keeping an eye on how Martin and Bowie go over at finishing up their game tonight, and then we're looking forward to Friday night. We're kind of watching the possibility of some rain tomorrow and the next day to see whether we'll get to play Friday night at Colt Field in the rubber match between these 2 teams. And one of the things that are exciting about Friday night is it'll be Future Colt Night. And it's always a lot of fun to see the youngsters out there who look up to these players, to these fine young men who are respectful and quietly take care of their business. There's no hot shots on this team. Even really Bustamante, who recorded a perfect game, is so humble about it. And so it's a whole lot of fun to watch these role models be able to partner up with their future Colt partners on the ball field. And they go, in years past, when they do the introductions for that game, the future Colts go out with their big Colt to their positions out there for the national anthem, and it just gives you chills. Fun. It's so much fun. And so we always look forward to Future Colt Night, which will be this Friday night at Colt Field, pending our ability to play because of weather. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're planning on it right now that we'll be able to play then. So, Mom, any other thoughts about this particular ball game as we get ready to wrap up here?
Just that tonight was really a team effort all the way around. At the plate, in the field, it was nobody shining above everybody else, just a good, solid team play.
I totally agree with that, and I was very pleased to see. I mean, we had great weather conditions out here tonight, gentle breeze, but nice temperatures, lots of sunshine, no lightning, and so it was a nice afternoon to get this ball game in. And we're going to be followed up here. We're not going to produce this game, but the JV teams are warming up and getting ready to play here at Texan Field. Well, we're gonna step aside and say so long for this evening, and go grab a bite to eat. So this is Patsy and Pops from Sam Houston Texan Field. Your Colts win 3-0 and go to 3-2 in district play as we get ready to sign off for the evening. We'd just like to thank you again for John Wade Roofing being the title sponsor and the camera sponsor. You might always notice that when we're using this camera, there's a John Wade Roofing sign on the top right corner. That's because Wade Roofing provided the sponsorship of that camera, and we're grateful to John Wade Roofing for being consistent partners with ZAP throughout the years. So with that, we're going to step aside and we'll say thank you for joining us here on Zach Arnold Productions, Arlington 3, Sam 0.